People don't have a right to not be offended, especially when their ideas are horrific. That book condones the murder of the infidel. Are you Muslim, by the way?
I'm not going to engage in a conversation about my personal faith.
Understood?
Nor would I ask you the same question.
No. Understood, and I respect your response. Let me put it this way. If you're not Muslim, that book tells its followers to murder you. How is that not offensive to us? And by us, I mean anybody who's not Muslim.
My position isn't to have a debate over philosophies, faith, or anything else with you other than to tell you that your intent is very clear to us, that you've designed this app to insult and ridicule a large segment of the population. And our position here at Apple is to make sure that the apps that come onto the store are within line of our guidelines. And that is simply that we're not going to allow apps that insult people or pick on groups of people. It's not fair and it's not right.
All right, I don't want my app to be perceived the way you're perceiving it. So I'm hearing you and I'm listening to you. I've changed my description to match verbatim the Bible Thumper app so that I can play by your rules. I'm trying very hard to play by your rules so that I can get my idea out there. And so I appreciate your input and I appreciate your being honest with me about your interpretation of my intent. Okay? That said, I'm going to, assuming I'm allowed to, I'm going to resubmit my app and I'm going to change the title of it. And I think that I'll change the title to Quran Thumper. And I will leave everything else exactly identical to the structure of the app that you seem to be accepting. So I'll resubmit that and we'll see what happens from there. Is that what I have to do? Is that okay?
There'd be a time I could tell someone that they can't submit an application. Now, your intent to us, though, I mean, it's blatantly clear. I'm going to read your original marketing text back to you from the first time you submitted this.
Okay, go ahead.
And it's the Prophet Muhammad is the leader of millions of Muslims worldwide. Quran, you believe it. Enjoy violent and hateful passages from the Quran that support and encourage Muslims to attack and behead anyone who does not agree with them. See how Allah directs his followers to treat men and women. Share them with your friends and get to know about Muhammad, Muslims, and what makes them do the things they do. And then you make a statement about with these sort of passages, is it possible to be a liberal or moderate Muslim? I mean, your intent clearly, you've changed the way you've marketed the app now to be something clearly different than what it was when you initially submitted it. You left the name still iSlam Muhammad. I mean, the intent is clear. If you want to make changes to your app and resubmit them, of course you can do so. There isn't a...
Well, what confuses me, I guess, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to resubmit, and I'm hearing you. It really isn't my intent to offend Muslims by any stretch. It's actually not at all. It's my intent to educate anyone who would like to know more about what it is that causes extremists to behave the way they do. That's not offensive. It shouldn't be considered offensive. It's nothing more than me speaking facts about the Quran. So and here's my other question. The resubmission, version 2.0, that particular app, I've removed any of the ancient images of Muhammad completely, and it's just text. And what's wrong with the description of the new 2.0 submission that's being rejected?
Minus the name, the description, to be honest with you, I don't see the description is fine.
Okay.
But you still have the same name. You're still represented by the intent from the original submission.
Okay.
The name itself is not enough.
Okay, then I'm going to switch it to Quran Thumper and resubmit, and hopefully you'll see the logic in allowing me to have my ideas on your store.
Okay.
Thank you. What's your name again?
My name's Richard.
Richard, thank you for calling and taking the time.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.